Hi friends, I'm back again with an interesting topic to discuss today. So today the topic is about confidence and self-image. Basically, how does graphology and handwriting depict one's confidence and self-image? Also, how can you improve on it? So before I start the discussion, I'm going to ask you a few questions related to the same, and you can just answer it in your mind. I'll be giving you like a few second break. So what happens with us generally is, supposedly if I ask you instantly what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, so you will not be able to answer it then and there. You'll take around say 1 minute or 2 minutes just to figure out what are your actual strengths and what are your actual weaknesses. All right, so what graphology helps you with is to instant know, to give you an assurance as to what your actual strengths are and what your actual weaknesses are. That's why graphology is very, very, very helpful. So the first question that's coming along is, do you at times feel unworthy of yourself? Like, do you feel you're not worthy to do a particular task, or you're not worthy enough to handle a particular situation? Or maybe in a relationship, if you're not worthy enough to be with that person or partner of yours. Why do you get these thoughts in your mind? These are just like general thoughts which every second person I'm sure will be getting. But why do you get such thoughts in your mind? So it's all related to your confidence, maybe because your self-image is low. Second question may be, why do you often doubt yourself? Doubt as in, if you feel, even if you feel you are a very confident person, but at times undertaking a project or doing a task, you feel, no, I'm not capable of such a thing. Why do you feel so? Okay, so there has to be a reason behind it. Why do you doubt yourself to execute something? Even when you feel, you can do it, why do you doubt yourself? So there lies the question as to why. So graphology or alphabets or patterns are going to give you the answers. The third question, we as a person, a lot of times, we're not being able to put forth our viewpoints. We don't know, even if we know ourselves within that, this is right, but we are not being able to prove ourselves outside. Why is that? That's because somewhere within us we lack that confidence. So we need to improve on that. The fourth question is, so supposedly, you're working hard for something really long, and you're expecting like a good result. But often what happens with you is, you tend to encounter a lot of failures again and again and again. Why is that? So eventually what happens, once you undertake a task and you're not confident about it, you are not successful in it, your willpower, your confidence, your self-image automatically tends to go low. So these are the few questions that you need to ask yourself. And then let's now proceed to the tips that I'm going to discuss with you. Basically the alphabets, the patterns, the way you write on a paper that depicts one's confidence and one's self-image. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you is, so supposedly now this is a paper. Alright, so this paper has 4 margins: the top margin, the right margin, the left margin, and the bottom margin. So the way you fill up a paper tells a lot about your confidence. So basically on the right side of the paper, supposedly when you're writing something and you're leaving a lot of gap on the right side of your page, or just keeping a wavy margin towards the right side of the page, that denotes low confidence, that denotes low opportunity taking attitude, that denotes that you're not bold enough to face the future. Same goes for the bottom of the page. So basically the tip is, you should not leave any gaps on the right side of the page and the bottom of the page. That goes the first tip, which was about the margin. The second tip is about the size of the handwriting. Okay, the size can be varying from say large handwriting, medium handwriting, and the small handwriting. So you can see 3 samples here. that says happy living. So when you give when you write in a large handwriting or a large pattern, that means you're an extrovert. People having small handwriting have a shrunken self-image. They have a low confidence. They are more of an introvert, and they do not reflect their thoughts properly to the outside world. So the recommended one is either the large handwriting or the medium handwriting. The medium handwriting is supposed to be the best. The third tip is about the baseline. So by baseline I mean, now when I write, okay, so there are lines that go up, there are lines that come down. So that go up and that come down. So whenever the lines are going up, that means you are a very optimistic person. All right, you are very optimistic, you are enthusiastic, you are full of zeal, you are always ready to undertake anything that comes across. And because of that optimism, it also boosts up your confidence, because you are very positive about things. So even if you have encountered some failure, you'll be like, no, this time I am going to do it. So this somehow helps to boost your confidence. The second one is the lines that go down. So this is not good. So this denotes that the person is very pessimistic. All right, he's very negative. So before doing anything, he'll always doubt himself or herself that I will not be able to do this. This requires a lot of effort. This requires a lot of hard work. I doubt I'll be able to do it. So this is how you differentiate between being an optimistic and a pessimistic. So you should always concentrate that whenever you write on a paper, the lines should never go down. The next tip that I'm giving you is about the loops that you do on the top of an alphabet. By that I mean, alphabets like B, alphabets like D, alphabets like L, alphabets like T. So all of them have upper loops on the top. So whenever these loops are too broad, okay, you can see they are too broad on the top. So this means that people are sensitive to criticism. So supposedly, if me as a person, I have a good confidence, and but still, from the outside people, I listen that this girl, she is not being able to do a particular task, or she will not be able to face the other person, or somehow or the other, she'll be just trying to divert my mind and doubt on me. So I get that in my head, and then I start doubting myself. Why did that person say this to me? How can she say this about me? Because what happens is, it keeps running in my mind. Automatically it gets into the subconscious mind. So whenever you have these broader loops, you get sensitive to criticism. You focus more on other people talks than what you are. All right, so automatically what happens, again, it relates to your confidence, that you start doubting yourself, and your confidence starts to fluctuate. Your self-image goes low. So always focus on your upper loops as well. The next tip is the alphabet T. So alphabet T is one of the alphabets in graphology that denotes your self-image, your confidence, and your willpower. So I'm giving you this tip today that whenever you write an alphabet T, okay, we have to focus on this circled bar. So the bar has to be on the top, and it has to be long and broad. All right, why that? So people having a bar at the bottom or at the middle or on the lower areas, they have a low confidence, they have a low willpower. Or if they have a shorter, the shorter bar, they have a low willpower. So all these alphabets, all these patterns, all these formations literally affect your confidence and your self-image. Coming to the next one, I would say something about the signature. So signature is also a part of graphology. So supposedly, if I have a medium size handwriting, we have to make sure that our signature is not smaller than our handwriting. It has to be either almost the same, or it has to be slightly bigger than your handwriting. So signature is something that that portrays what you are to the outside world. All right, what outside people, the image that the people outside have of you. Okay, so automatically what happens, your signature is a small one, your handwriting is a big one. So even if you feel good within, even if you have that confidence within, the people outside feel you have a shrunken self image. That's because your signature is smaller than your handwriting. So automatically what happens, they develop this tendency of saying this person does not have a good image, and does not have a good confidence, and that keeps coming in your mind again and again, and your confidence goes low, your willpower goes low, and your self image goes low. So surrounding plays a major role in making us as what we are as a human being. All right, so that's why we say we have to be very positive on doing things, so that we attract a lot of positivity in our life. Okay, so those were the few tips that I discussed today. But a very, very strict advice is, you cannot implement these tips, or you cannot change any of your patterns or formations in the handwriting just at a go. It is just not possible. People who had attended my last live session, they know how handwriting is related to the brain, how handwriting is just not handwriting, but those are the thoughts that you put down on the paper. So just it's a very basic thing that if you're just changing your handwriting instantly, it's giving like a shock or a kick to your brain, and then eventually what's happening is you develop a tendency of certain sort of illness in your body, or some sort of abnormality. So all that needs to be avoided. It leads you to a major drastic situation. So please avoid changing anything without taking proper practice or therapies. Like I say, handwriting is your character, it's your habit. So it's a very general thing that when you need to develop a habit, it takes a particular span of time. So the span of time that we give you is 2 to 3 months, wherein you practice these alphabets, wherein you practice these confidence patterns or self-image patterns, you undertake proper therapy, and then you get to that character. I'm always here to help you all. Okay, whenever whatever doubt you have, I'm always here to give the therapy. But again, do not change it without any consultancies. So I think that was about it for the live session. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope it was an interesting topic for you guys. I'm just open for questions right now. If anyone has a question, they can ask me. If you can just check on your alphabets and handwriting as to how you write, and if you have any questions, you can just ask me here. I can answer it then and there. So yeah, Ashutosh, it was my pleasure sharing it with you. It was a lovely session. Hope you all enjoyed, and hope you all stay positive, hope you all stay confident, hope you all keep growing. And all the best, stay safe, keep home, and make your quarantine productive. Bye.